Okay,
We're live.
we're live.
Welcome to episode 7 of
That's against it.
I'm Felicia Powell,
Yovonka.
and we are in studio today, and we're going to talk about, going to continue the conversation about boundaries and, getting to a place where you're creating the world that you want to have. So,
Well, before we get into that, okay. You guys check out our cartoon picture.
right, okay, yeah.
They have her in the glasses.
Oh, let me take these glasses off. So y'all get your
They
picture.
have her in the glasses and me without the glasses.
Right.
In real life, I need glasses. And she
Yeah. But I thought the picture was
it's really cute.
it's really good.
It's a really
It's
cute
like we're superheroes.
Right.
We really are.
I took my superhero cape off. I'm just a regular superhero.
I'm trying to retire mine, but she is not going down willingly. She is not. She is not. But this is why this conversation about boundaries is so very important. Yes. Because we can be caught in the cycle of rescuing friends, family, and and never rescuing ourselves. And so to our own self, if I'm depleted and I can't rescue myself, I certainly can't rescue somebody else. So that's why to me boundaries are super important.
Yeah, and I think in the last episode you said something to the fact that if you don't communicate those boundaries, then people will never know, what's happening. So once you communicated those boundaries, and you did it in a way, and it might not turn out so bad because once you let them know, hey,
Right.
listen, I
Right.
have to set these boundaries to be a more healthier me. Exactly. I've been, in a place of being stressed. I've been in a place of being depressed sometimes,
Mhm.
depleted financially,
Right.
emotionally.
Right.
And then you might be surprised if people genuinely love you,
They adjust.
they'll adjust to those boundaries.
Absolutely, they absolutely would. Which is so interesting to me. And a lot of reasons why people don't create is because they have the fear of rejection. They fear that the person that they're drawing that line is going to reject them or their new sense of self.
Right.
And it's also the fear of conflict. People don't want to deal with conflict. But if you don't set proper boundaries, you're going to be frustrated. You're going to be disappointed. You're going to have your feelings hurt. And the people that don't accept your boundaries are the ones who have crossed them over. They have a reason why you need the boundaries.
Yes.
Because if they in their feelings about me no longer being at your disposal, then I was going to say that right. You're the person that's encroaching on my space, taking advantage of me because you find issue with the fact that I'm going,
Well, you know what? The funny thing is, some people don't even know you're supposed to set boundaries.
you know,
I mean, I didn't get it for a long
yeah,
time.
yeah.
I didn't get. I am supposed to set boundaries because it's like setting boundaries is cutting yourself off from people. It's like we're taught that being a self-sacrificing is a virtue. Well, being virtuous if we are sacrificing ourselves to people.
That is so funny. How many times have you heard and this is not about church in itself, the institution, but give till it hurts?
Right.
Who's supposed to do that? Who?
No.
But I've heard it time and time again. If you ain't, if you haven't poured out everything, then you're not doing the reasonable service. And it's such a setup because I don't remember many teachings about self-care and how we preserve health.
No.
It is just my brother, my sister, my
We
mother.
weren't taught
Yeah, we weren't. We were not taught self-care. It was until, but, I think that if we get into a space where, wherever that, I want to call it infection because that's what when people encroach upon your space, it starts to disease you. It does. And if you don't address it, it turns and it spreads and you get depressed and you get, anxious and you get all of these feelings and emotions. But I think that One of the other episodes we talked about different types of mental boundaries, conversational boundaries. What are you not willing to talk about? I am not willing to talk about certain issues with certain people.
Right.
That's just the bottom line.
Right.
Don't come to me with truth. Just don't.
Yeah.
We're not going to do that because it's not going to end well.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a boundary. So, you know what I mean? So, and that's just my personal political opinion, and it's not necessarily yours. I'm just saying.
But I'm thinking if someone is coming to you and they see that you're going to a child, you're in a place that they would love to be in.
Yeah.
But see, they have to come in a space of being open, ready to receive, not counteracting or debating you.
Right.
They want to glean from you. They want to learn from you.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah. And I think that energy is very different from that.
The energy.
Yeah, that energy is very different. That other, where they just trying to pick your brain on managing you.
Right.
Then the only two things they try to do. I'm trying to get something out of you, or I'm trying to learn something about you. That's what I'm here for. And you can tell in it, actually, if it's coming from an authentic place. Yeah. You really can. But I think that, you set these boundaries, material boundaries. People don't believe this, but how many times have I was speaking to myself, Felicia, come go to brunch with us. Oh, it's only $25 a person. But if I don't go, they're going to think I ain't got the money. And I got the money. I just don't want to spend. You know what I mean? So you do things you don't want to spend money on things you don't. I go on a trip. I didn't want to go on. But because she travel out of town, she'd go, I'm keeping this image that I'm get up and go girl. And I had dropped $1,500 on a trip I didn't even want to go. So you have to set materialistic financial boundaries. We talked about $30 and me to death. Don't $30 me to death. Exactly. I know the moms can relate. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, every aspect of your life, there should be a space to say, this is how much of my time I'm going to give.
It's okay.
It is.
Definitely.
That's exactly what it is.
And we talk about family and friends. And again, this is not to say that someone is taking something from you, because only you can allow someone to come in and step over your boundary. So it's not saying, this person is doing this is infringing upon time. Right. This person, you have to communicate it. Listen, this is where I'm drawing the line. Yeah. Okay, and so you can allow them to take it from you. And then if you do have the mindset that someone is taking something from you, then you're going into this whole victim mindset. So, and that's not what we're.
And most victims never tell you how they got into that situation. How, it's so funny that it's akin to the tale of a vampire. You can't come in your house unless you invite. You invited these little vampires in, and then when it starts to bite you bother.
Or you're not stopping.
Exactly. You just let them keep going and over again. So it's you have to focus on what's important to you, and you have to put out that. That's that self-awareness. This is a problem. This is where this conflict comes from, which created in me this opportunity to communicate. You know what I mean? Because I didn't walk away feeling the way I should feel from an interaction with whoever it is. So now there's a need for me to have an adult conversation, because it's always for adults. There's a lot of adults here about this.
It takes you to know.
Yeah. Finding a no.
It takes you having to back away. Right. It takes you having to separate yourself and having to deal with other people's emotions, because they're not used to this new. They're not used to you telling them no.
Right.
So it's that's a real problem.
It's bravery. It's bravery and courage that you probably didn't have to rustle up.
I'm sick and tired of this now.
That's absolutely right. But I think about how often we're really willing to be courageous for others. We're willing to stick our neck out for our siblings, for our parents, for our children, for our mate, but we don't stick our neck out for ourselves. We don't say, this is, because that causes bravery. It causes you to have courage in a space that nobody else is fighting. You got to do it. You got to do it and be okay with whatever the result is.
I think sometimes we empathize and we have so much empathy for other people that it goes into a whole toxic situation. So now you got this whole toxic empathy for someone whereas you're so engulfed in their emotions and their feelings and
Okay.
yeah, yeah. And you're trying to and you put
Navigate.
yourself right. You're
You're
trying to
navigate.
trying to navigate a better life for them.
Yeah.
This is something I was listening to today. Okay, no comment. But that you're trying to help navigate them into something better, right?
Right.
And you're giving so much of yourself to that, and that's just it becomes a toxic situation because and it's not saying that that person is toxic.
No.
No,
It's just saying the amount of your person that you're giving is
right, and you didn't recognize. You didn't recognize when healthy tap into unhealthy. Because we're not saying don't be empathetic,
right
to
for
people.
sure.
Because I mean you gotta have a heart. You do. You have to give people grace. You have to show love and all of those things.
Yeah.
But you also have to be cognizant of how far that's going.
Yeah.
You really do.
Yeah.
'Cause,
And you only get there by identifying what you want your life to be, identifying what you don't want it to look like. We can. I think it's very trendy now to talk about trauma and to talk about childhood trauma and everything. Everything is to go back to your mama. And it's true. Not your mama, your mother per se, but your rearing is the sum of who you are. But I think that so often we say, "Well, I have this trauma." Okay, yeah, it happened at 8, and now 4.
right.
Let's let that go.
Right.
That is not
Let's start the process.
that is not hindering you from moving forward anymore. Because once you've acknowledged it exists,
It could hinder you.
it could.
In the
But
sense
that's a choice.
that there's a choice. In the sense that you're not trying to do anything. That's the victim mentality. Right. This happened to me. And it's a comfortable spot.
It is.
Because
Who don't like sympathy?
well, not only that,
Yeah.
process takes work. So listen, it's an eternal work.
And really looking at who you are, how you show up.
Oh. And I have to
I thought I behaved better.
listen. I have to throw the God aspect in there because you have to ask them, God, show me who I am, show me how I'm showing up, and then once you go through that process, 'cause that's not gonna be pretty. That's not gonna be pretty at all. Then you're like you pray that prayer, God, show me who I'm supposed to be, who you created me to be.
I don't know how many people ready for that.
No, people are ready to see who they're supposed to be. People are ready to see,
Lights,
purpose,
cameras,
the
action.
purpose, but they don't want to see the road it takes to get there. That's that road to the mask.
Lord, I was once song, but now I'm song.
Some folks don't want to not know that donkey. You know what I mean? They don't want to know.
It's not comfortable. I mean, if you can imagine in your mind that some part of this process, none of us want to disappoint our parents. Right? We have no desire to disappoint your parents if you in a moderately healthy house. No. And when God is showing you, you're dealing with that disappointment. You're absolutely right. Especially if you've had a relationship and you've spent any time being connected. And as he's rolling back, roll the tape, Jesus. As he's rolling, you're like, oh, I said that, oh, I did that, oh. And not that it's a huge mess, but you just become a little.
Gotta use it.
Yeah, some folks gotta use it.
But you can still recover.
You really can. But I think that being able to be that authentic with God, saying, okay, I know where you want me to always a question. And then you can get to the place where it gets easier every day. It gets easier every day. You're like, oh, I got a rhythm. I'm doing this.
And when you start to see the change in yourself, and then you start to see the results of that change and how you are interacting with people and the boundaries that you are setting, you're seeing how freeing that is. Right. And how much mental clarity that you have from there. Because I think too, when you see other people who have set boundaries in their life and you see them,
but you don't necessarily know that that's what it is. You just know that they're moving with a freedom.
Exactly. And then you're sitting there like, you're upset, especially for somebody in your family, whatever. And it's like, you're upset because you're finding it's like see, because I'm gonna always bring up a reference from Mary and Martha. What? You got one that's just constantly busy. You got the other one sitting there and Jesus. Right. And but that's when you get upset because you see people resting. You get mad because you see people go on vacation. Because they said safaris, they didn't go to lunch. Every time they go to Amazon for 47 minutes. Oh, okay. So they set boundaries, financial boundaries. We set financial boundaries, and now you're mad because you got a house full of office stuff. And you ain't going nowhere.
But I think they also come to terms with the fact that you deserve the right to choose what your life looks like. You deserve to determine who you're going to entertain and who you not. You know what I mean? I think a lot of instances where we just go along to get along, go along to get along, but you have to, if you're ever going to have any kind of personal satisfaction or any kind of authentic experience with your life, then you got to be clear with people about if you don't stand for something. And how would you know what is your truth? Always someone else's. How do you know how you really feel about something? That's what we talked about that in one of the episodes. Your value. What do you feel how do you feel about what you're doing? So you'll never walk in your true authentic self. You have to constantly, because Bravery is going, it is tapping into people pleasing, not in a sense where, oh yes, what you want me to do for you? But it's in a sense where because you have not got those money, because you think so and not accomplishing anything. But you got to be firm in what you believe. You need to be okay to believe what you believe. And that's a boundary for you. I believe what I believe, and it's based in whatever work you've done to come to that conclusion, research, be it inherited. I believe a lot of the things that my parents did. They taught me, that they taught me. And I found it to be true in life. I've learned things from Yovonka that I believe to be true, and I can implement in my life. For example,
like it's about to be some transparency here.
No, I think there are a lot of things that I have learned. I love the way you think. I love the way you process things. I'm an emotional person, so I'm going to hit the ground from the emotional perspective, but you've given me perspective to sit back and look at a situation and not necessarily react to the situation with a goddaughter that over the weekend that bothered me, that troubled me, and you gave me sound advice about, how I move in this space because it's not my child. But I love her like she's my child. So I want to be able to add, pearls of wisdom along the way. But I'm not her, her sergeant either. But I'm not a keeper. But I think that I can pull. And my angle initially was I'm gonna check this so and so because she know better. But through conversation with you, it just got me to a space of how can I help her? She will hear me, not from the I diapered your butt.
Yeah.
kind of angle, but baby, is this really the message you want to send? Is this really what you want? That kind of thing. So those are the times where I know that I've surrounded myself with 10 people that want me to show up in the best way that I can. So those opportunities, I gravitate towards. I am, a lifetime student. I don't believe I know everything, and through my life experience, I'm learning. I'm learning a gentle approach with it. I'm like, so that's it's good stuff. But I think it's important that we definitely spend that time determining what is it, how do we do those steps, getting quiet, shut down the world, just say,
Right.
who am I?
And so life drag you.
Make choices for you.
Makes exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, I know it's a cliche. Yeah, we only have one life.
That's all
to
you got.
live. We only
And
have
it's
one life.
fleeting.
Yes. Like a vapor.
It is.
Yeah, it's today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
And setting those boundaries in your life, it'll start to put you in a lane of going towards your purpose.
Mhm.
That's your foundation. It really is.
It is. Because your purpose is going to alienate people.
Mhm.
If it's a God-led purpose.
Mhm.
It's going to, because people get into a space of, what should do?
Yeah. But those are the people that shouldn't be there.
Right.
And
Or
that's
the
gonna
people,
draw the ones
right.
that's supposed to
And
come.
so the more you get into that practice or get okay with it,
Yeah.
you gotta get okay with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You gotta get okay with it. Because a lot of times we go into situations where God was very specific about what you do with it. And you take a left. I'm gonna hang this left, Jesus. I'm gonna holler at you. Finish this here. And Jesus like,
Okay. See you next
okay,
year.
okay. This really what you want to do? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, holler at me when you on your knees in about a year. I'll be there.
Put a year in your life has been wasted. That will be not wasted. You learn from everything that you do.
Right.
But you can be
But
so
you
much further.
that much further away from
Yeah.
those things. But I think that more often than not, it all starts with the personal relationship. The whole thing has to start. It has to start there. Because if you don't have a personal relationship with what's the point?
I mean, that's your root.
It is. That is. When nobody else is there, and I'm not making this a sermon, but when nobody else is there, that is somebody that will be there to listen, to pour, to, whether it's in his word, whether it's a call from somebody who just wanted to pray for you, or somebody you don't even know it. But you've got to have that relationship. He's not going to show up unless you go. He's not, so you got to be able to go back to your first love and find a way to get back to the things.
Yeah, I mean, that's the journey that we're on. That we're just as you guys have been following us, you already know. Like we said, I mean, our salvation is rooted in church, and that we do have questions about. We're far from perfect, so yeah, we're gonna hit some stuff on here.
We're human.
We are, yeah, and we are living, our authentic life.
Right.
So,
and when you hear that stuff, remember he went to the cross.
Yeah.
Just say.
So, and I think what I think. I'm about to sound like a movie. It would be a much better place. If we just, take people for who they present themselves to us, right? Let's leave out the judgment because we don't understand or know what people are doing. Right. Yeah. We don't know where the journey got them, and we don't know the relationship that they have. Right. Or what time they're behind closed doors. Absolutely. So I would rather live my authentic self, make those mistakes, right? Not get everything right, but then allow God to continue to greatly and to mold me into, you know, where he wants me to go. Because I'm gonna tell you something. When you meet someone and they have that mask on, you see that. You see all of that.
You do.
You feel all of that.
You do.
I mean, and so I would rather someone come to me with their authentic self, and it's like, hey, if you sitting up there, you got a blunt in your hand, at least you.
Right.
I don't have to filter through what you're saying.
Absolutely. Bring me your authentic self.
Yes.
Whatever it is. Whatever it is, and say,
Whatever
this is
it
who I
is.
am. This
Yes.
is, you know,
Respectfully.
right. I'm a work in progress. Don't discard.
Right.
You know, work with me if they have that mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But be mindful of judgment. Yeah, because it serves you no purpose. You know, it's just one more thing you gonna be able to. Yeah. So I was going to say we have some things coming up. I am so excited about my cookbook. I'm doing a cookbook.
Yes.
So I've catered for many years. I've done many events. I've done contests and all kinds of things. And people
Catered from a classic.
I did. But it worked.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful. Worked out. But anyway, I was trying to think of ways to get some of my family's recipes out and tell the stories around my food because that's my love. Food is my love. And I love to eat. Good hearing. So I'm hoping by the end of the year to have it to a publisher. I'm working on recipes now, giving mom a chapter on baking and things like that. So I'm super excited. So look out for it. It's called Felicia's Flavor Collective. Woo.
That was good.
So I'm excited about
So what are we gonna do?
What are we gonna do? Like the videos and stuff. Okay, so I am going to push myself to become more present online and doing recipes. I'll be YouTubing recipes. I will be creating Instagram stuff and all of that. Make sure you follow us here, subscribe, and this way we're going to be able to send updates about what we have.
Hopefully, I can convince her that we could do a chat and chew situation. We can do a chat and chew situation here. So while we're talking, you know, you can see what you made for that particular time. So,
Okay, cool. I love that. Okay, we're gonna do that. You should have a lot of things going on too. Today I took the time to talk about my nephew. Other things. Sure. Okay. We talk about her things. And you know, this is new, so we appreciate you all giving us a little grace as we go through this process. We just realized that what we have was working so well for us. And we thought it was a great opportunity to continue to share the information that we have at a good time, you know, and just help somebody along the way. So we're looking forward to some live shows and you know, doing more things on location. Hope you guys can see the episode last week. It was so great. We had such a great time. We did. But we're gonna wrap up today, and so thank you for joining us. Episode 7. Woo! We're on the way. We are big. So thank you so much for joining us. I'm Felicia Powell, and I am Yovonka, and this is. We'll see you next week.